Today, February 23rd, 2026, Ryan Schwank, an attorney who resigned from ICE 10 days ago, testified before Congress, and among other things, he testified that ICE's basic academy training is deficient, defective, and broken, and in his view, producing officers who don't know their constitutional duties or the limits of their authority. He said training has been dramatically shortened, 72 days reduced to 42 days. He said hundreds of hours of vital instruction were cut from the curriculum. He said use of force training and evaluation was watered down and removed, including about 16 hours of firearms training and other practical assessments tied to force decisions. He told lawmakers that DHS and ICE are misrepresenting the cuts. When shown DHS's no subject matter has been cut claim, he said it was flatly false. Here's a little bit of what he said as he started his testimony.
I am here because I am duty-bound to report the legally required training program at the ICE Academy is deficient, defective, and broken.
Here's the thing. In our current political climate, this testimony, what's being shared about constitutional violations or a lack of training to ensure that ICE agents follow and adhere to the Constitution, all this is only going to matter to one end of the political spectrum. Because unfortunately, we have some time ago entered an era where one side of the spectrum doesn't care if the Constitution is violated or if laws are broken, or honestly, if there are criminal acts involved by those on their side, as long as the policies that they want are being implemented. The thing about that is, if you can imagine for the moment the Constitution being a boat that is carrying all of us, what I'm saying is we've got one side that says, hey, we're not going to stand for you drilling holes in the Constitution. But as long as it's us doing it, it's okay. And you've got the other side saying, hey, we're in the same boat here. It's pretty important that none of us are drilling holes in the boat because it's going to sink all of us. To me, that's the reality that you've got going on today. So let's listen just a little bit more.
5 months ago, I was asked to teach the law to new cadets at the ICE Academy in Glencoe, Georgia, where ICE is training its new, inexperienced recruits. I volunteered, those without law enforcement training, I volunteered to take on this assignment based on my experience in law enforcement oversight, including at the state and local level prior to my work with ICE. On my first day, I received secretive orders to teach new cadets to violate the Constitution by entering homes without a judicial warrant. For the last 5 months, I watched ICE dismantle the training program, cutting 240 hours of vital classes from a 584-hour program.
I encourage you to listen to the entire testimony. For anyone wondering what a patriot looks like, this is a patriot. This is a patriot who is honoring their oath to the Constitution and serving the Constitution and serving the American people. Standing on business, standing on their principles, standing on the principles of the Constitution by resigning their position and doing what they have to do here, testifying before Congress. The boat is carrying all of us. It's not okay for the left to drill holes in the Constitution. It's not okay for the right to drill holes in the Constitution. It's not okay for any of us to drill holes in this boat that has carried us all this far. But history teaches us the boat can be sunk. And I guess that is today's episode of The Signal in the System for February 23rd, 2026.